Welcome to Dr. Don's Weather Page. Don Strength along with Robin Hall. It's the Don and Robin Show. We normally cover weather here on Dr. Don's Weather Page, but we have something a little special going on right now, and it's called Bike Hike. It happens every year in Randolph County. So I've invited Robin to join me on Dr. Don's Weather Page and talk about the Randolph County Learning Center and the bike hike and what it's all about and how we can support the Randolph County Bike Hike this year. Robin, you and I have been doing this since 1992 when I first moved to Roanoke, Alabama. That's 28 years ago. Now, if you told me 28 years ago that there would come a time when we would be doing bike hike on this thing called a computer, utilizing an app called Zoom because of a global pandemic, I probably would have called a place over in Tuscaloosa and made reservations for you.
Right. I don't think we have gone through some wild times and done some different things and have tried a little bit of everything during our bike hike years together and you just couldn't have even pictured this. We've had weather interfere before we talked about. We've had a little bit, we've had staff that had babies, people that I broke a leg one year.
Yeah.
There's been a little bit of everything that could happen has happened over the years, but not this. Not that we wouldn't, uh, something would move bike hike or postpone it or not have it. And when this started, things started happening this year, that was one of the reasons we decided to do a little something for bike hike. If we knew we wouldn't do the same because we wanted everybody to be safe, but we kind of wanted to do a bike hike just to keep things in the normal flow of things that happen in Randolph County in the spring. So many things have been canceled. We felt like, well, this will be something positive for people, even if they cannot donate or not able to participate. The bike hike T-shirt will still be there. The bike hike signs will still be there, and hopefully that help people through. And we're still going through this time, so it's not over yet. But hopefully this was something we could, that 45th annual bike hike could continue. So that was one thing that's happened throughout all this. That's a positive.
Well, and you and
Plus.
you and you mentioned the bike hike T-shirts this year, and I know you've heard me say this because I've been harping on it last week or so on our primetime forecast, and I say this every year, and I think, well, next year is going to be the year I won't say this, but I have to tell the truth. You guys outdo yourself every single year with the shirts. I've got mine on today. I know it's kind of hard to see,
Yeah.
but it's incredible the quality of the shirt and the design. And I mean, it's just amazing. I think I've got all 28 since I've been doing this with you, but this is going to be my favorite one right here.
Good. Well, that starts usually in November for me, and I steal ideas. I'm not saying I come up with ideas all on my own, but I do start looking at other shirts and trying to find something that would be usable. And then, like this shirt, we fit it to look like to fit our bike hike design. And then, luckily, we have a t-shirt company and an artist there that takes my ideas, and that takes some goings. I said they probably hate to see me coming because I'm not easily satisfied with the t-shirt design. And then once we get it, we run off a bunch of samples on a bunch of colors and on a bunch of texture because that softness is what's very important.
Absolutely.
And this is a new shirt this year that we were a little bit hesitant to use, but everybody has loved it, and I'm so
Hmm.
glad. And the shirt again makes it. If everybody wants that shirt, then everybody wants that shirt, and it is a tradition in this area that everybody's going to be wearing their bike hike shirt, but also a tradition in a couple of years, you will see people out on Saturday or Sunday. They're walking, they're at the store, they're gardening, and you see that bike hike shirt from the back. It's just a neat thing, and I really like to see. I have my favorites throughout the years, but I like seeing, you're somebody on Saturday wearing their Walmart shirt, and I can see them from a distance and see it from the back. So I am glad you like it, and trust me, I have nightmares about the T-shirt every year. So there's going to be one year that I run out of ideas, and I thought this year was going to be it, but hey, it worked out.
It did work out. I mean, they're fantastic. And if you haven't gotten your bike hike shirt, that All they got to do is come by the Learning Center or give you a call at 334-863-8991.
That's it. And we're open every day. So what we've been doing is most people will call us and they'll say that we're here. They'll come to the back door or the back driveway and we'll take the shirt to the door to them and they pay us or we'll mail them whatever you need. But, we have it down to where you don't have to have too much contact. And we've got that where we'll come to your car or you can come, we've got a sign on the back door that says knock loudly. And basically what we'll do is bring you, say what size do you want and take the shirt to you. We've had everything from 6 month old shirts to, I think we still have some 4XL. I'm not real sure, but we've had 3XL and 4XL. We did not do the warm up shirt this year. We always have a beach party shirt. So that was kind of hard not to do that fun design and come out with that. But since we had so many bike hike shirts left and people liked them so much, we thought, well, we're going to get through this first, and then we'll maybe in the later in the summer we may even do a warm up shirt. But that was another thing that we've done. We've had a beach party shirt. Gosh, maybe 10 years. I don't know. We've had two different shirts, and it's two different things you have to do. But this shirt you can just buy it straight out for $25, and that total money goes totally to us and to our operational budget.
Yeah, and I have educated everybody in North Georgia what bike hike is. They love the shirts too, so we may send you some folks from out of town to order some
Yeah.
shirts this year as well.
We have people from out of town that will order shirts and want them. Or, and I think it was on Lake Wedowee a couple of weeks ago. He lives in Atlanta and saw the shirt at W&M and called here and wanted us to send him two more where he could give them as gifts. I've had friends that in the Gulf Shores area that I've sent shirts to, and one friend wore the shirt so much it just fell apart. Another friend, his friends would say, "What's this bike hike stuff? What
Yeah.
is it with all these bike hike shirts?" So
Yeah.
it's I've had friends from far off that they're always look forward to getting the shirts mailed to them too. So hey, we can mail a shirt anywhere.
And you and I have done this for so many years, and I talk about this every year. We sometimes take all this for granted because we know it like the back of our hands, and most everybody in Randolph County knows it well too because it's such a huge part of the community. But for the benefit of those who are watching this, and it could be anybody anywhere in the whole wide world, because that's one positive that's come out of COVID-19. We're now doing things online, so the sky's the limit as to how many folks may be watching this. Explain what the Randolph County Learning Center is first, and then tell us why this annual fundraiser, the annual bike hike, is so important.
Well, first, and there are centers like the Randolph County Learning Center all over the United States. Most are sponsored by a local ARC or a state ARC. When we're sponsored by the ARC of Randolph County, and some people have more programs that they may have a residential, they may have a employment service, or just different types of program. Our program is a day habilitation program, and individuals come to our center during the day and we support them. We support them and the things that they want to do or the things that they want to learn how to do. And as you're looking at these pictures, you can see that we kind of have a good time while we're doing it. We're The needs of the person comes first, and what they pick that they want to do is what we focus their program and their training on. But while we're doing that, we're interacting with our community. We're going out and about. We're volunteering. We're having a dance right there with the high school students. We're just going shopping, going out to eat. We're just out doing anything that you and I would do. And we have such wonderful support in this community and the entire Randolph County area knows about us. They come out and support us, and it's year round. It's not just at bike hike. Of course, bike hikes when we have all the fun and hopefully raise all the money. But as you can see, we have families, we have daycares, we have schools, we have bake sales, yard sales, gospel singings, just a little bit of everything uh, that makes up the bike hike. And of course, all this money goes directly to the Randolph County Learning Center where we can provide these services. We do contract with the State Department of Mental Health. state of Alabama, but it's never, that money's never goes quite far enough. So what this bike hike money does is it comes in and it helps us operate our program like we like to operate it, and it also helps us when then times are lean, and like this year when things go just kind of not quite the same, and you need that extra funding to keep afloat. Well, that's what your bike hike does. You see there in front of a van. You have to put gasoline in the van. You go and pick up people. So that's where that money goes. It goes directly to run this program. And then we're a small business, so that money goes back out into the community, back out into Randolph County. So we feel like we contribute also to the local economy.
Yeah, and as focal point for the entire community too. And it is the Randolph County Learning Center, but this is not limited just to Randolph County. All the surrounding counties get involved. I mean, it's a community thing for East Alabama. And like you said, there are other
Mhm.
centers around that do the same thing, and they're focal points for East Alabama as well. So, and it's a great time for the community to come together and socialize and have a good time and raise funding to keep something going in the county that is very much needed. Number one, and appreciated. Number two.
It is very much needed, and we're proud that this is our 45th year. So, what happened all those years ago, 45 years ago, parents saw a need. They had children with special needs that needed services. And at that time, children were not even with special needs were not served in the public schools. And also, we had adults like we serve now that had a need was shown. So that's where it all started. The first bike hike was held to raise funds to get a match to contract with the State Department. So it started with concerned family members, parents, and concerned community leaders, and they really got behind that very first bike hike, and it's grown in different ways ever since then. But to start out with, it was the huge 25-mile route bike ride with. I think I'm frozen. No, there's the pictures. That's okay. It started out with a long bike ride, and we had rest stops. And I actually kind of looped over into Chambers County. But you would ride your bicycle 25 miles, and you think now if you're a young child being out on a 25-mile bike ride, but the children did it with no problem. They'd stop at the rest stops, and then they would come back in. Well, Don, the year we had the flood, you'll know what year that was. The Wadley Bridge flooded. We had to postpone the bike hike, and a lot of the trees were down on West Point Street. So we had to cancel.
2002, 2003, maybe somewhere, four, maybe
Yeah.
somewhere right in there.
So we had to cancel and go to the next week. And that was, we thought that was unusual then.
Yeah.
Well, since our the route was still kind of, things weren't quite back to normal, we said, well, we're just going to go from the rec center. We're just going to do a 1 mile hike or ride from the rec center to the high school and back. And just to say that we held the bike hike, kind of like what we're doing now. And we did that, and we thought, oh, how wonderful! The police mark off the route, the Roanoke City Police, and also the Randolph County Rescue Squad comes in and marks all the other roads off. Where it's just a safe ride for all the students and kids on their little tricycles or people walking. So it turned into that the bike hike itself probably is the smallest of the events. It's like the end of everything, and it's a celebratory um, walk for the people here at the Learning Center, their family and friends. I have had people come out of town and come to that day, and they say, "Well, is this all there is?" But they don't realize that we've been having events since January. We've gone into the schools, we've gone into the daycare, we've had all the events that I talked about earlier. And as you remember, we've had everything from lawnmower races to walks through town, the tug of war, basketball games, volleyball games, you name it, we've done it. But these events pretty much start in March and going into the local schools. So we usually do March, April, and May. Um, that's bike hike. It's not just one event. And warm up at the radio station grew into the largest event that we have. Everybody wants to come. We said this morning, everybody wants to come talk on the radio. Everybody wants to come see everybody. And you and I wished one year we were at the beach and we were doing the warm up at the beach.
That's still going to happen, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, we're going to do this one day. Now We both may be in wheelchairs, but we're gonna do it. Or Robin may be in one. But the original warm up was held the day before Bike Hike, and it was literally you warmed up on an exercise bike to get ready for the next day for the 25-mile ride. Well, then it just turned into, like I said, the bigger event. 200 people plus would show up at the radio station throughout the day. We turned it into the beach party. People would come in costume, and we would decorate like it was a beach party. And then we started doing a beach party. This is today. We started doing a beach party theme, and it just got bigger and bigger. And then we added the mullet toss, we added the cookout, and just made it a big day. But
Well,
you can
tell
see,
us tell us how things went this morning. You were on Eagle 102 this morning. I think y'all
yeah,
did like 7 to noon or 1. I think you actually went a little over, didn't you?
we did. It went great. Of course, at first it was just odd because there was just a couple of us inside, and you see the four ladies on the outside, and they were masked up, and they had their baskets and their money baskets on the end of a pole, kind of like what you might do the offering in church with. But people drove up, people that had already raised right there. They had their pledges ready or their donations ready, and they drove, did a little circle, and dropped the money in. And then we also had people calling in, of course, the traditional way on the inside on the phones, and we had people manning, two people answering the phones in there. So just the call ins and the drop off this morning during that 4 hour time period did over $7,000. So
Cool.
we're very pleased with that. And then Samantha Fetner Baggett, she of course came in right at the end. She always raises pledges with the help of all her relatives and friends, and of course her grandfather Richard Fetner. They raised 6,000 or over. We're still adding hers up over $6,000. So technically we did a little over $13,000 today just
Wow.
during that little short time period, and that's not counting the businesses in town that always donate to us. They stepped up and did what they've always done, and that's usually counted on warm up. But we didn't do that today. We didn't put it on the warm up total, just where we could see the difference in what happened just for that short amount of time. So I was hoping and praying for $10,000. So I'm very pleased and very happy that we did $13,000.
And if
So
you'll look at the top of the video, right up there,
over the
there is a button up there that you can mash that will take you. Explain to us. It's going to say ARC of Randolph County. Explain to us what that is.
Okay. We have a board of directors, and it's the name of the board is ARC of Randolph County. And when you see this, you'll know that, okay, am I going to the right place? Well, you are, because that's what our tax exempt number and our IRS name is listed in, is under our board.
And then your
Now,
DBA is Randolph County Learning Center.
that's right. Our name and doing business is Randolph County Learning Center. So that's just a little technical business thing. That's how we have to do it, basically. So if you think you're not donating to the right place, you are. And it used to be the ARC, and it used to be association. It's a word we don't use anymore. Um, and that's where it all came from. So we've changed that to the ARC. So it's the ARC of Randolph County. So if you see that, you're donating to the right place.
Absolutely. So
So
be sure
you can see it.
and click that button. I think actually there will be one at the top and down there at the bottom of the video also. So either place you can click, and that will take you to the. It's very easy. I mean, it's very quick and
Yes.
easy to make donations to the Randolph County Learning Center. That's one way you can do it. You can also call that number right there
Yeah.
and actually talk to Robin or Cindy or any of the folks at the Randolph County Learning Center. And then you can also get your pledge sheet. You can download those from the website, which is right down there,
Mm-hmm.
and go out and raise your funds and stop by the Learning Center and turn them in. So you can do this a multitude of ways.
Yeah, the best way, like I said, if you want to make a direct donation, just write a check. If you don't want to use one of the, some people don't, I don't do things over the internet. Okay,
Understood.
that's fine.
Understood.
You can
If you
send
ever
us a
get
check in
hacked,
the
you'll
mail.
wish that you had never done it either. So I
Yeah, all
understand.
right. So, and then you can do it by the button, like Don says. You can do it that way. If you're, we kind of see the younger you are, the more comfortable you are with things like that.
Right.
But we do understand. But our mailing address is P.O. Box 127, Roanoke, Alabama 36274. Now, you can still, all your donations are tax deductible because we are a nonprofit. So any $5, $10, $25, $500, whatever donation you make, you can take that off your taxes when we ever do them for 2019. I don't, a lot of people haven't done their taxes yet. Of course, this will be for the year 2020. You can still buy your T-shirts. That works the same way. You can gather pledges. We have pledge sheets. So if you are walking, or if you want people to donate to you, say you get a pledge sheet and they donate, you might collect pledges from 10 people from $10 each, and you think that's hard, but to get $100, it goes pretty quickly. So those sheets are on the rclc.net. You can find that, and there's more information about the Learning Center also on that page. So if you want to need to read a little bit more, or like to know a little bit more in detail about us, you would find it on that web page.
Hey,
also on Facebook.
Days gone by right there.
I tell you, I'm not sure. That's got a mullet on that shirt. So that's at least 3 years ago.
That is probably the worst photograph I think I've ever taken.
Well, I think I'm right there with you. So I want to hide that one.
Well, let me just say this, though. I have lost a little weight since then.
Well, I think I've gained. So I just, whatever you lost. So, hey, I think that was just your pose.
It was the camera angle. That's what we'll go with anyway.
On that camera.
Robin, I'm
take pictures.
I'm gonna take you down memory lane for just a moment, though.
Okay.
We're waiting on Cindy. Cindy's gonna join us in just a little bit, and she's gonna go over the auction items. I'm actually gonna show you each item, and you can go to the Randolph County Learning Center website and bid on those items. But before we do that, and you may want to grab you a box of tissues before we get this started. Those of you who know or have been in Randolph County for a long time know that back in the mid-90s, I did a television show in LaGrange. It ran for 4 years on TV 33. It was called Good Morning Randolph County. We started off as a 30-minute television show and quickly had to go to an hour because the folks of Randolph County made it so successful. And one of the things we always looked forward to every year was doing the bike hike. Well, I got the archives out and was able to go back and find the year of the Lawnmower 500, which was 1996. That was 24 years ago.
24 years ago. That's hard to believe. Because I've been here 32 years, so I guess it shouldn't be that hard to play.
So I'm about to play some clips from that video. It's not the entire thing. It's a few clips. Robin, your mic will still be hot, so if you want to make comments along the way, you're more than welcome to do so.
Okay.
Laugh, however you want to deal with it.
Make fun. Yeah, I'll do that.
Here we go with some clips from Good Morning Randolph County from 1996.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Randolph County.
Baby.
We are going to have a blast today. As you all know by now, it is Bike Hike Week in Randolph County, and we always look forward to this time of year.
That is hard to believe. Look at Barbara
and
her yellow pants. You have to know about Barbara and her yellow pants.
We've got some folks riding bicycles in the studio this morning. Here you go. Aren't they ready to go?
There we go. Miss Betty, I'm not sure who that is. Must be Pat Nard. I'm not sure who that is in the middle. Somebody dressed up.
Okay, we got two things going on this morning. You can call in on the rider.
Of course, there I'm explaining the same way.
This number, I think your number's
Telling you what we do.
If you want to call in a number to pledge on them as a riding.
Look at that hair. Don's got
of course, over here last but not least, the Honorable Mayor Ziegler. How you doing this morning, Mayor?
And I like that shirt. That was an old shirt, but it said take a hike or take a bike.
That was pretty exciting.
And it was made over in Davison. We had a factory over in Davison
Adam,
for a while, and that
call
was
in
really
and give
easy
your
to get our
mother some
shirts
money.
done there.
Look at Neil Fett.
7:40. Call him, man. After riding another 30 minutes because they stopped. 7:47 Central. Good morning.
Camera.
Welcome back to Good Morning Randolph County. Having a great time this morning with Bike Hike 96. In case you've just joined us, we are raising money for the Randolph County Learning Center. We're calling this the mini bike warm up.
Barbara's got that look like I wish I was somewhere else.
Yeah, because I'm fixing to call her out big time.
Stand up, Neil. We got to show
Yeah.
everybody. Here we go. You are decked out in your yaller pants this morning.
Yep, it's in yellow
Anyway, just
pants.
kind of step off the edge of the stage right there a little bit.
Bright on camera. They are real light.
And let Peter kind of zoom in on them yaller pants. Let's start with them tennis shoes, Peter, and let's just go. There you
Little
go.
boy over in the
That's them
corner.
yaller
It
pants.
was. We
Is
get
this
him
the
to
fourth
just do it.
consecutive year you've worn these
Barbara
yaller
was
pants?
famous for wearing
And
these
you're
same
willing
pants
to,
every year.
sell these,
And
right?
we had women in Randolph County always wanted to coordinate their outfits. As the shirts got better, especially with warm up.
We got
Let's see, okay.
mirror on the wall.
Yep, who has the yellowest breeches of them all.
Breeches of
Look
all.
at Pat Truitt.
Pat Truitt, another baby. Barbara was director of our Chamber of Commerce, but she wore them yellow pants proudly.
Absolutely.
She did.
Heard County and Troop County.
Them yaller pants.
All of it. It doesn't really matter. Yeah,
And like I said, we all wanted, okay, here we go, motorized Zoom Ziegler.
As always.
Oh, I love it. Look, it was the little baby.
This just really
For
turned
Betty,
out
it was a
well.
smaller one, wasn't it?
Yep.
With the way the whole
Yeah,
thing
this was the
Yeah.
Lawnmower 500. That was a one and done event of Bike Hike.
shows some
And you
video
see, they had to
of
name their motorcycles, their lawnmowers. That was part of the thing. They had to have a name for it.
Yeah.
They had
Actually, that's
to,
not what you told me happened.
the one good thing about Billy Royston loaned us those lawnmowers.
He
He's
did.
a brave soul.
I think that's what put him out of business.
I think so too. So everybody had the same engine and the same style lawnmower, so they couldn't have anything really souped up. They couldn't do a Tim the Toolman. There's Betty. So everybody was on the same playing field. As you can see, that people were so creative and they were just hilarious with it.
Yeah. There was still some shenanigans that went on though. Trust me.
Yeah, they did. I don't know if this is the year that the police department, we might see, the police department had a, Popo Roanoke Police Department had a little wagon, but I think that came out like midway in town and
Yeah.
stopped and gave somebody a ticket.
Look at Charles.
So
Look at
there
that
were
helmet.
Oh, this is funny.
Betty got a call from her
As you can see, we had lots of fun with these activities that we did. It wasn't just, we tried to do something not the same old, same old. He's getting it pretty
Yeah.
good.
Charles
now.
blew an engine, if I remember correctly, downtown about halfway through the route.
Okay. And bless Billy's heart, we never had to pay for any of those lawnmowers or anything that had to be fixed. So there's our police.
Here's some of the shenanigans. I think that was Jimmy Johnson out there with a fire extinguisher trying to put everybody out. And then here comes the fire department with the water curtain across the road.
Yeah.
You see how Sloan just kind of
And the first year we kind of had a let's see, that's Stanley Yarborough, I think, from Alabama Power.
We see Miss Pat Truitt here from the Roanoke City Hall.
I had to put this
And
clip
that-
in there because Pat, I don't know if you remember this or not, and this is a little bit of Good Morning Randolph County trivia for you. Pat was the very first guest on my very first show, and about 14 seconds before the red light came on, she turned over a 5-gallon cup of coffee on my desk. So my very first words on Good Morning Randolph County, you can't see it because it's off camera. She's over there trying to clean up this big old huge cup of coffee.
And you have to know the story behind her sign. I am Barbara Anthony.
That's right.
Guy with the lawnmower here.
Barbara did the radio report of the chamber on the
Yeah.
Eagle 102 or WLR, and she started. Did she start or end with "I am Barbara Anthony"? And we gave her grief about it. And of course, she was such a good sport about it. But just have to have a lot of fun with everything. And
Yeah.
also, Charles is. We had a couple of tandem bicycle rides across the Randolph County. I mean, they started on the upper end of Randolph County and rode all the way down into Roanoke on 2 tandem bicycles. So we've had some, dedicated folks out there over the years, and was Roanoke Telephone Company at that time, and they really got involved every year, and whatever we were doing, they were kind of right behind it, having a good time.
And that's the thing about Bike Hike. Every business in Randolph County, uh, forever has supported the Learning Center. Uh, Whatever you've needed, Robin, the businesses and the community have come together to make sure that you and the clients of the center have what they need, and that's just a testament to the wonderful life in Randolph County. It's just I miss that part. I do live in a beautiful place in the mountains of North Georgia now, but I sure do miss that community involvement because it's
It
cool.
is. It's community minded, and today I could call, numerous churches, businesses, schools, friends, whoever, and say, we need help, we need this, there's something that we want to do, and they would be right there to assist us. And the other good thing is, I think everybody knows us. They know what we do. They know the people that we serve. They're their friends. They're their family members. Their church family. So they're willing to support us because they know us. They know what we do, and I think also they know that we want to be there to do the same thing for them. We want to be that person or people or group in the community that gives back, and we've been striving to do that each year, do a little bit more and a little bit more. So we don't want to be just you give to us. We want to turn around and give back to you, and everybody that's here enjoys doing that.
That's what makes it all successful. I can assure you it is. Well, is Cindy still calculating, or is she?
Well, if we could, yeah, we had to slow. Don, do you know? She got on the radio this morning. She got faster and faster and faster.
Not possible.
And we had to say breathe. We had to say breathe. And she's like, how did I do? And I said, you did good, but take a breath. So I'll probably be in the background saying breathe, Cindy, breathe. But she knows this auction backwards and forwards. So she's going to get on here with you and take my spot and give you that information and do a wonderful job at it. So,
Okay. All right. Well, let's get Miss Cindy in here, and there she is. Hey, it's so good to see you.
Look now, you too, but now you do have an edit button, right?
I do have an edit button. If I think I need to use it, I'll mash on it.
I can do this.
I can do that too, okay?
All right, so Miss Cindy, if you want to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the first item up there. You tell me about it, and when you get ready to go to the next item, just say next, and I'll change the slide. How about that?
Okay, all right. The first one is like you can see here, it's Claws and Paws Grooming, and it's a $35 grooming certificate. So if you bid on this item and win this item, you can use any services that she provides for up to $35 for your animal. Okay, next. Here we go. This is a beautiful, beautiful canvas art. And I'm gonna read you a little bit right here. It's by a 17-year-old young lady named Callie Cofield. Callie is a great artist. She will be attending art school in the fall. And I tell you, Dawn, you better buy your piece now because she will be famous one day, and you'll have a piece of her early work, and you'll be glad. And the next slide you're going to show us is the four actually paintings that she did, and we're selling them together. And it's still, like I said, by the same artist, Callie. Like she's 17 and she's going to attend art school, and she got a full scholarship. Isn't that wonderful? All right. And then the next item is this is a summer African, if I can say that right. It is made by Jana Thrasher. It's 100% cotton thread, lightweight and washable. And really, it would be great for summer nights on the lake if you're lucky enough to have a house on the lake or enjoy the lake. Oh, and the next one is a Tin Man. And what we have here, this is made from, as you can tell, it's made from recycled material. It's actually cans. You can tell that. Was donated by Mary Messer and Josh Burns, but it was made by Larry Smith. Now, Mr. Smith makes these and sells them, and all the proceeds he gives to the Ronald McDonald House, which is another wonderful charity. It really is. But for us, Mary Messer bought this, so Ronald McDonald's getting their $35, and then we're going to sell it and get the profit for us. Okay, here we go. We have 3 of these. What this is, the next one, there's 3 sets, and in each set is a a painting of Paul Bear Bryant and either the A or here's another one with the A. And the third one is going to have Big Al in it. It's going to be Bear Bryant and Big Al. But now you're bidding on separate. So what you're bidding on is two pictures. So what you're seeing is the two. This is one item. The next one is another item. And these were painted by our Roanoke's mayor, Mike Fisher.
Now, Cindy, whoa, now, hang on.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to back you up just a second right there.
Okay. What you got to say, Don?
You mean to tell me that Mayor Mike Fisher actually painted these?
Yes, he did. He sure did.
I don't think I told that.
Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Let me tell you, he said this is a stress relief, and he did not want to take medication, so he said he would do this instead. So he has found this to be relaxing. He doesn't have any kind of training or anything. He just does this as relaxation. So.
Well, I knew he was talented as far as being my color analysis doing high school football. Had no idea the man actually had a talent. This is pretty cool. Yeah.
Good stuff. Isn't it, though? It sure is. So you need to put your bin on this, people.
I mean, his technique as well. What he's actually produced, is not that good for me.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
but it's wonderful for
I'll
us
send him some orange and blue paint. We'll get that fixed. How about that?
Well, hey, you talked to Fish about it because he was saying to them, he said, do I really need to make y'all an eagle? Of course, I said no, right off. But if you send him orange and blue, he might do it. Yeah, I'm roll tide all the way. All right, and next we have a doll. Now, this is, and I hope I'm saying this right, Don, it is a Rodental Coburg doll that was made in Germany. Okay, it's a 1997 model, and there are pictures. Now go on our website. Okay, there are pictures on there that closer up of the doll where the numbers are on there. So if you look at the pictures, you can see up close a little bit more about what the doll. There's more pictures on there, like I said, that you can tell what series she's from or whatever. Okay, so okay, and here we have the large size or big size tobacco basket. Now, Don, we have two of them, and he'll show you that next. We have a large and a small. And there's the small one, but we actually have them up separate for auction. Okay, and these were made by Mr. Otis Bowen. I'm so sorry. Otis Bowen. It's Jana Thrasher's dad. He made these especially for bike hike. Okay. All right. Now here, these were they are owl holders. There is the suet that the birds eat, and we put one inside. You can tell there. These were actually donated by Tractor Supply, and they said if you run out of the suet for the birds, then they have plenty more. You can come buy some more. So these are on one auction. Now here, these are air. Let me read it. And let me tell you, Don, proudly made in the USA. That's one good, wonderful thing about this. You'll see the sign there. It says proudly made in the USA. It's a quick release air hose. It's 3/8 inch by 50 feet. These were donated by Wedowee Building Supply, and we actually have 8 of them, but you're only bidding on one. And at that time, if you win the highest bid, you can buy all 8 for that price. Like if you were, say you're, $50 is your high bid, you can 8 times 50, you can buy all 8 of them at that price, but you can buy as many as you want and give the price at the last bid that you made. Okay. All right. And then here, what this is it says prevent a litter, fix your critter, and what this is, Main Street Animal Hospital donated actually a spade or a neuter. Now, if you have a kitten or a dog, he'll do it for a cat, kitten, puppy, or a dog. Okay. So spade or neuter. And that's by Nick Baldwin. And this right here is actually a wellness check on your animal, on your fur baby. And it would be include rabies shots and a checkup. And this is either for a kitten or cat or your puppy or your dog. Okay. Yeah, no horses or anything like that. No big animals, just those two. And what we have here, Paul Lovelace at 431 Auto Body Repair, he actually donated this, and it is a car cleaning and a car wax, and he'll actually clean up your car or your truck, and they will it says we called it wax on wax off because it's a car wash detail. It's he'll wash and wax the inside, outside, and clean your tires. And this is from Paul Lovelace at 431 Auto. And here we have Janie Danner. It's Miss Janie Danner. She lives here in Roanoke on the county road, and she actually has tea parties. And this is actually her tea party at her house she had. And what you're bidding on is a tea party for up to 8 people. So if your daughter or your granddaughter, wants to have a tea party, they can. You need to get this right here. If you want to have a tea party, or you want your mother, you want to save it for your mother's birthday and have a tea party. She can do it outside, or she can actually do it here. And she decorates, sets everything up, and cooks wonderful finger foods. And I mean, the little girls learn how to hold their pinky. She'll even teach them how to hold their cup with their pinky in the air. Okay. So
I'm in. I'll be there.
Yeah, there you go. That'll do it. All right. And here we have Dr. Towers. And we're going to have to get an updated picture, Don, on this one, aren't we? Dr. Towers. His kids are, I think Annie has already graduated. So we're going to have Dr. Towers, you got to get us a new picture. But what this is a whitening kit. If you're already a customer of Dr. Towers, you just go there, and for this, he will give you the entire kit, to make, and he'll to actually make your teeth white. It's called Sensational Whiting. Okay. Okay, and here is a lovely print. It is a dogwood print, and it is, of course, for sale. And this was donated to us by Yates and Brenda Howard. Okay, and here it's called A1 Tech. All you racing fans, this is actually it's 2 vehicles. It comes included with 2 vehicles, 2 controllers, 1 racetrack, and 1 gate, of course. And actually 3, I think it has some stickers and all, so you can make it look really good. And it would be great for a child. It really is. It'd be great for a child. Okay, and here we have a basket donated by Perry Land. And Don, what we think would be best here is it's like a picnic. I mean, it's actually, if you pick this up and took it with you, you'd have everything needed for a picnic, even a romantic candle in there. So, to get romantic. But it has cheese crackers, it has cheese straws, it has jalapeno jelly, has a lot of good things in there, and napkins, of course, to wipe up afterwards, and everything, and a tray and all to serve it on. And this was donated by Perry Land. Okay, and here we have a beautiful dollhouse. This was made by Diane Lewis. It was Sherry Everett's sister. She actually has built, I think Sherry has said numerous of these, at least about 20 of these. And I think this one in transition come here. If you'll notice, it's missing a column, but we have the column here. It just needs to be glued on. So we're calling it our little fixer-upper, but it's perfect for a little girl to have her dream home, to play with her Barbie dolls and play with her dolls. So it's a cute little house. Here we have a pair of Brooklyn polarized sunglasses, of course, donated by Dr. Swinson, and all at the Woodland Eye Clinic. Here we have Cornerstone Plus 2.5 gallon weed killer. This was donated by the co-op. And of course, we've had several guys to check this out and say it was good weed killer. So it sounds good to me. So on this item here, Don, we have it's a battery charger, automatic battery charger. I think it'd be great, keep in your car if you were on a road alone and you need car didn't crank, you was worried about somebody coming along, you could just get out, and this right here would jumpstart you really. And this was donated by Roanoke Auto Store. Yeah, Roanoke Auto Store at Napa here in Roanoke. Okay, and here we're calling this a man's best friend package, because what this is now, Relentless here in Roanoke, they make lint brushes. And what they have created a line especially for pets. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have any pets, but I have lots of friends that have animals, and they're saying a regular lint roller is hard to get up animal hair with. It's just not as strong. So this whole kit right here has lint rollers, fur erasers. They even have the lint roller with the long, I think it's like an 8-foot handle or something, where you can roll it, get up under your couch and all to get all that dog hair. And it also comes with a little fuzz eraser that you're supposed to be able to put a battery in and actually go over, and it will just take off. So trust me, if you buy this kit right here, you won't ever see any dog hair in your house. So all right, now this here, it was donated by Emergent Home Care, and it is a beautiful bag. Okay, and it's got a lot. It's actually a backpack. Okay, you can either hold it by the handle, or you can either put it on your back as a backpack, or there is another strap in there that you can put on your shoulder. And of course, it comes with all the good things like the lanacane and copper tone sunscreen and some lotions. Okay. Okay. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. You know, Mother's Day's already passed, and you know, Dawn, if we could have had this when we normally would have it, this would have been a perfect gift for your mother for Mother's Day. But since Mother's Day is already passed, there's always birthdays, and there's always just because we love you gift. But what this includes is a $100 gift certificate from Ann's Forest in Roanoke, a $25 gift card from Flowers by Elaine in Wedowee, and you also get a queen size set of sheets from Southern Home Comfort in this package. All right, here is another thing that has been donated by Relentless. It's something else they make, and it's called Infused Cleaning System. It has some essential oils in there that you can put, and if you'll notice the white bucket that it's all in, that's kind of like your cleaning bucket. You can put your water in there. It tells you how high to put the water, how much essential oil to put in there to make it smell good. And like I said, it's got the Swiffer thing at the bottom that will actually, you can use to actually wipe up. All right, so what we have here, of course, is Happy Father's Day. You know, that's coming up in June. And this really would be great for anyone because it includes a $100 gift card to Russell Do-It Center. And you know, Russell Do-It Center has everything from plants to lumber to, to a new sink to appliances. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So a $100 gift card to Russell Do-It Center and a certificate for oil change and a tire rotation from OK Tire Store. Oh, and here we go, Don. This is one of a kind. This is, Pat Norrid, who has also either participated somehow. She used to ride the 25 miles. Then she got where she would walk the 25 mile. Then she got where she'd walk the 5 mile, and then she did the 1 mile. But she has participated in every bike hike we've had. She's never missed one. And she, of course, has saved shirts forever. But she has got where she took shirts and made us a bike hike quilt. So she actually cut out the shirts, put it together, but then give it to Kelly Wilson, who is in Rock Mills, and she actually did the design on there and quilted it. So this is one of a kind. No one else has one like this. So please go check this one out. Okay, and here is a African that was done by Amy Richardson. It is beautiful, and the picture you're looking at is how we found it. She called Robin. She said, "I'm going by the Learning Center. I'm not coming in because quarantine." She said, "I'm just going to lay it I'm going to leave it at the front door." And this is how we found it. And isn't it beautiful? I tell you, the colors are just gorgeous, and the picture doesn't do it justice because the colors are beautiful pinks and greens and all. But she named this quilt Quarantine Sanity. And again, it was donated by Amy Richardson. This one here is Wagon Tails. Wagon Tails Grooming. This is a $50 gift certificate to Wagon Tails. Now, she is here in Roanoke on Main Street, and she does grooming for your pets also. So this is valued at $50. So if you get this one, you can use any of her services. She has a spa. I mean, she will give them baths. She'll like I said, wash, trim their nails, everything, and then she would send them home with a beautiful bandana or hair bow. So this is what this one is. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is one of a kind. This is donated by Frank Fettner. He actually took a barn door. You see, we left the hinges on. I mean, he left the hinges on there, and we opened up one so you could see. But if you'll notice, this is made out of picture frames, and the star on the top he found. And then, of course, the stem of the tree is a bedpost that he cut in half. And then at the bottom is the part of another bedpost. And here we have a 14-quart fry pot that was donated by Hall's Gas. Oh, and this piece here, it was donated by Jana Thrasher. And, Jana always does something homemade every year, or she paints something or does something wonderful. And this is like a little end table that would be perfect at the end of your sofa, or even in a hallway, to hold your phone or to hold your, anything, your change, whatever. It's a cute little table, and it's painted on top and whitewashed. And this is by Jana Thrasher. Okay, and here, keeping it in the family, Dawn, this right here is by her dad. Now, what we have here is a beautiful vintage oak rocker, and it has been refinished by Otis Bowen, and the weaving on the back of the seat is actually reed woven, okay? And he has redone this and he used oak strips to complete the look. Doesn't it look good? It's a pretty piece.
That is nice.
Pretty piece. Okay, and here, this is another popular piece that's been real popular. This is, of course, it's a nightstand, all right, and it has been stripped and then painted by April Cummins Arnett, and she distressed it with green and brown, and it's just beautiful. And like I said, again, the picture doesn't do it justice. It's a beautiful piece. Okay, and here we have a Canon cooler. This was donated by Superior Gas. And a lot of people, these were really popular items, but if you notice, it's round. And of course, you put your ice in there and you put your drinks in there and you can tote it on your back. And it Canon Cooler or a good name brand, and it actually keeps your items colder longer. So this is a good item to have. So this again, all right. And here we have a glider. This was donated by Wadley with Plantation Pattern, Wadley Holding, and it's a beautiful glider, and it's of course made here in Wadley. So of course another item made in the USA, right here in our hometown. Okay, and this was also donated by Wadley Holdings, Plantation Patterns. It is a table with 4 chairs, and it's a beautiful piece. And like I said, again, this is another piece made right here in our hometown in Wadley and donated to us to auction off. And here we have 2 unfinished rockers. These are donated by Payne's Furniture, and that way you can stain it, you can paint it, do whatever color theme you need, you can just whatever you need. So but you're bidding on 2 actual rockers. Okay, and of course, who doesn't love pizza? We all love pizza. Pizza Hut has donated us 1 large pizza a month for a year. So you actually end up with, you're bidding on 12 pizzas. And we have a certificate, and you just take the certificate in there and they mark it off, but you get 1 free pizza, and you can either dine in or you can take it home with you or eat there, either one. Okay, here we have Wedowee Marine. Randy Morris has been so wonderful to donate us a 1-day rental on a pontoon boat. What you do is from 8 o'clock to 4:30. Of course, he's asked no holidays. Okay, but you got 365 days, a year, so you can choose, other than a holiday. And you have to be 21 or older. I will go ahead and tell you that, because you got to have license. But it's a pontoon boat rental, 1-day rental. It's valued at $400. Okay, here we have a rug. It's a 5x7 ivory camo, is what it's called. This was donated by Norton's Flooring. And here, this piece, you have to see it to appreciate it. This was actually made by Larry Crozier. Now, Larry, Don, I got to share this story with you. Larry sent us the information on it, and he put on here, he said, made by Larry Crozier Lutheran. And we all just kind of laughed. So we really don't care what denomination he is. I mean, we're proud, we're proud. We'll take it. He doesn't have to be Baptist, So, but
only you can get away with that, Cindy.
I know. So finally, he told me, kind of laughed, and he said, no. He said, a Lutheran is actually someone who builds guitars. So isn't that something? So he has built over 100 different guitars in like 9 years. And it's a hobby with him. It's something he enjoys doing. So this is probably about his 89th one that he has built. But I will tell you, he actually says that it's a Banjo Buster number 44, in case that means anything to anybody. Okay, so but again, Larry Crozier from Fredonia. Okay.
Well, Cindy, so, I must say that I think Bike Hike is complete now that we've had you on with us, and
there you go,
and went down the list of all the auction items. Now, if somebody's watching, they want to bid on one of those, all they have to do is go to rclc.net, look up there at the top of the video. Look up with me, Cindy. Look up. Yeah, up there.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah.
Up in the
yeah, up there. That's where the link is to the.
Oh, Yeah, yeah, I got you. I know.
You with me? You with me? I like it.
I'm with you.
That's where the link is going to be to, or is, to the Randolph County Learning Center. Click on that, and then you can go bid on all these items that Cindy so colorfully described for us, and maybe some of those items will be yours. Now, the auction ends when?
Monday night at midnight.
All right, so that's June
Okay.
1
Right, June the 1st.
at midnight.
Right, correct.
Okay, and then and if they win, what do they do?
All right, well, let me tell you this. If you win, we really you're gonna have to come pick it up anyway, if you win. We do have a PayPal account where you can put the money into the PayPal, but if you're gonna come pick it up anyway, we would appreciate it if you wrote us a check or brought cash.
Yeah.
That way, we do keep the 100% because PayPal takes a small
There's a
portion.
percentage. There is.
Right. So, and that's okay if that's how you prefer. But we really prefer cash, Dawn. So we'd like you to
Absolutely.
come pay cash, or we do take checks. Okay.
Yeah.
But I
Gold,
will.
gold bars, silver, gold and silver works too. I mean,
Yes, it does. Hey, fine jewels.
Yeah.
Fine jewels works. So let me tell you this though. You will be contacted by me on Tuesday. And if you want to call me before I call you, that's perfectly fine too. If you win, if you're the highest bidder, I will be calling you on Tuesday. Okay. But like I
Cindy,
said, they're welcome to call me, and we'll set up scheduling dates to get the item to them. Okay.
Cindy, it sure was a lot of fun having you on. You always liven things up a bit.
Don't I though? Don't I though? And I don't know why you and Robin keep saying the Don and Robin. You always remember Don, Robin, and Cindy show.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It has become that, hasn't it?
It has. It has. Don't forget me now.
All right.
But I
Well,
do appreciate you, Don. Thank you.
You're
so
more than
much.
welcome. Thank you, Cindy, and thank you for the hard work that you do. Let
Okay.
Robin slip back in just for a minute, and
Yeah, she's coming. She's coming.
Okay.
Thank you, Don.
All right.
Now, remember, you go edit a bunch of that stuff now.
I got you. I got you.
Bye.
I'm not going to edit anything. I'm going to leave it just like, hey.
Right in here. There I am.
All right. Well, we made it through that.
Ooh. I was going to say, did she breathe? Did you breathe?
Oh, my goodness. I know.
The girl can talk.
I know that working with her, there is never a dull moment.
If there's not, and the thing is that most people, when they call, 99% of the people know that Cindy's going to answer the phone. And if she's not here, the other ladies may answer the phone. But a lot of times I'll answer the phone and they'll go, oh, because they want that 10-minute conversation with Cindy, before
yeah.
they talk about anything. So I get a lot of, oh, it's you.
It's
And I'm
you.
like,
Where's
that's
that?
fine, Kathy, but-
Where's that cheerful lady? I want to talk to her.
Yeah. It's like, okay, shut up here. Talk to her. I
Well,
do get a lot of that. But
Yeah, Robin,
everybody
thank you.
enjoys her, so-
Thank you all for taking time to be on with me today, giving us an hour that we can forget about this pandemic that we're in, and all
Right.
focus on helping the Randolph County Learning Center and supporting what you guys are doing. Take special people to do what you guys do. We thank you for it. And
No, it doesn't. We enjoy what we do. We like our job. I'm just nothing special about me. I just like what I do and like the people I work with and like the people I support. So, that's one thing. It's our job for one thing and we enjoy it, but I like everybody and love everybody so much. So that makes it easy to do each day.
very well said. Thank you, Robin Hall. We appreciate you spending time with us here today on Dr. Don Weather Page.
I appreciate all that you do to keep Randolph County still informed and all of East Alabama on our weather. Some of it we do watch James Fan. Some, everybody still does that, but when
I taught him everything he knows, so that's fine.
I know you know you did. But we just turn on our phones now, and no, I don't even think during bad weather I've ever had my phone go out or ever lost coverage or whatever. But we know that we can count on you, and that's very important. We appreciate it so much. And here at the Learning Center, I appreciate that you still remember us and you still want to include us and continue this tradition that we have. Those are the type of things that mean so much to us. The people that year in and year out come back and support us. And I think when I first started this, we kind of had to chase after people or beg or, it was just a struggle to get people to, okay, let's do bike hiking, let's participate. And now people are just, they want to come out and support us. They want to do whatever they can. It's almost like if we haven't contacted them by a certain time,
They're
they're
calling
calling
you.
us.
Yeah.
And that's, you just don't know what that does for everyone, the feeling that it brings to everybody here to have that acceptance and that, we just have that appreciation from everybody. And it just does a lot for everybody that comes here and everybody that works here. And just our feeling, we're just uplifted by it. So thank you so much. And we'll give you some totals later on. And we're going to be watching this weekend, and tell everybody to tell my granddaughter to watch it where she can see us and be part of this. So
Well, what we will we'll get together again. This is
yeah,
not a one and done.
goodbye.
No, oh no, we're not. We're just getting started.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
That's one thing COVID-19 has done, is forced us to find new avenues, and this is pretty cool, if I may say so
like
myself. So yeah, we'll be back multiple times,
Okay.
and
Well,
hopefully
Donna,
maybe
thank
next
you.
year, if we're not dealing with COVID-19, maybe we can do this on site, or be
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, who knows?
Who knows? But if the weather's all good and the creek don't rise, you just know, tell them what we may do. So again, thank you, Don.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Thank you, Robin. And you guys, again, don't forget to click on that link at the top of the video and at the bottom of the video where you can go donate to the Randolph County Learning Center. Go to rclc.net. That link is up there as well to bid on those auction items. Don't forget, the auction ends at midnight Monday night, June 1st. So you've just got the weekend to get that done so that you can enjoy some of those great items, and all the proceeds go to benefit the Randolph County Learning Center. Thanks, Robin.
Thank you.